Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. We are at the Cabrillo National Monument. We are currently looking at some of the exhibits at the Visitor Center. It is located at the southern tip of the Point Loma Peninsula in San Diego, California. It commemorates the landing of Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo at San Diego Bay on September 28, 1542. Becoming the first European to set foot on what is now the west coast of the United States. A visitor center screens a film about Cabrillo's voyage and has exhibits about the expedition as well as a gift shop and restrooms. The park offers a view of San Diego's harbor and skyline as well as Coronado and Naval Air Station North Island. On clear days, a wide expanse of the Pacific Ocean, Tijuana, and Mexico's Coronado Islands are also visible. Here is our first glimpse of the statue that was erected to honor Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo. On October 14, 1913, by presidential proclamation, Woodrow Wilson reserved a half-acre of Fort Rosecrans for the Order of Panama to construct a heroic statue of Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo. By 1926, no statue had been placed, and the Order of Panama was defunct, so Calvin Coolidge authorized the Native Sons of the Golden West to erect a suitable monument. But they were also unable to carry out the commission. In 1939, the Portuguese government commissioned a heroic statue of Cabrillo and donated it to the United States. The sandstone statue, executed by sculptor Alvaro de Bray, is 14 feet tall and weighs 14,000 pounds. The statue was intended for the Golden Gate International Exposition in San Francisco, but arrived too late and was stored in an Oakland, California garage. Then State Senator Ed Fletcher managed to obtain the statue in 1940 over the objections of Bay Area officials and shipped it to San Diego. It was stored for several years on the grounds of Naval Training Center San Diego, out of public view, and was finally installed at Cabrillo Monument in 1949. The sandstone statue suffered severe weathering because of its exposed position and was replaced in 1988 by a replica made of limestone. Cabrillo later died during the expedition, but his crew continued on, possibly as far north as Oregon, before thrashing winter storms forced them back to Mexico. There are more places named for Cabrillo in the state of California than any other person.
I don't find any German books in it. I don't mind looking, right? I want to find out about German history. Listen to what's German they know. What other books? So that's the job you guys have.
We did the short hike up to the lighthouse, and there it is in the background. The Old Point Loma Lighthouse is the highest point in the park. It was built in 1855 by the United States government after California's admission as a state. The lighthouse was closed in 1891, and the new Point Loma Lighthouse was opened at a lower elevation, as fog and low clouds often obscured the light at its location 422 feet above sea level. The old lighthouse is now a museum, and visitors may enter it and view some of the living areas. With the visitor center to the left. That is Coronado. And the San Diego skyline in the back. go all the way up to the top. But they do have this set up as the lightkeeper's bedroom. Tower closed.
Oh yeah.
And this would be the lightkeeper's kitchen.
It's not black and it's not that shape, but it's more of a flat. I'll look. But I have it. Yeah. And I use it to darn my
We came down to see the rocky intertidal area, also known as the tidepools. It draws over 350,000 visitors annually. I should mention that we are here on September 27th. It is one of the best protected rocky intertidal zones in California. The ideal time to visit the tide pools is during the fall and winter months when low tides coincide with park hours. In spring and summer, the tide often covers the tide pools during open hours.
Nước nó đánh được.
The New Point Loma Lighthouse was first lit in 1891 and automated in 1973. The new light is only 88 feet above the water. It is the only pyramidal skeletal lighthouse remaining on the west coast. It is now a residential area for Coast Guard officers, and it is off-limit for public visitation.